DeSantis, in prepping for his run for president, it may or may not be contingent upon Donald Trump being alive or being of, well, I'm going to say sound mind. But here is now, look, I don't even know if there's a subtext here. And for a long time, we heard, years ago, people would say, like, it's not over. Who was it that had the, he wrote a book. We had him on. He has a show on Sirius. Michael Signorelli, I think it is, wrote a book saying it's not over or something to that effect, suggesting that despite the fact the Supreme Court found that it was a constitutional protection for people who wanted to marry someone of the same sex, that they could do so in this country, and that it had been sort of like settled law and that the Republican Party had moved on. And they did on some level. They moved on to being the party of transphobia. But the idea that homophobia as a political instrument in the Republican Party had gone away, if you were under that belief, understand now it was a mistaken one.
Yeah, it is their new transphobia, not new, but their embrace of transphobia is just a way for them to launder their latent or, quieter homophobia that they put on the back burner.
Which is now they're starting to turn the volume up.
Yeah.
And we're going to see a Supreme Court that is going to, I am quite convinced, inhibit that right for gay people to get married in some form or another, or they're going to allow states to abridge it. We're going to say, basically see, and they're going to overturn Roe v. Wade, or, in some ways they've effectively already done that. We're going to see the same sort of MO with gay marriage and rights for gay people in this country. And this is a sign of things to come. You start with a law, and who knows exactly how this law will be put into practice. If we will see teachers fired for saying to their third grade students, I'm married to a man. If they're a man, I'm married to a woman if I'm a woman. We'll see about that. But what it really is meant to do is to signal to parents, to people in Florida and around the country, that the problem is gay people are grooming our children. They are predators. That's what this is meant and designed to do. That's why it's protecting our children. We're protecting them from what exactly? From hearing about people being gay?
Well, because that might turn them gay or trans.
This is the point. We are going back. The future is taking us back to the past, where gay people are predators.
That there's even people in Hollywood that are opposed, to providing protections for parents and enforcing parents' rights. The one thing I'll say about that is, if the people who held up degenerates like Harvey Weinstein up as exemplars and as heroes and as all that, if those are the types of people that are opposing us on parents' rights, I wear that like a badge of honor.
And so now the idea is that these people protect predators and sexual assaulters and rapists. Mm-hmm. And we don't. And that's what this legislation is about. They are looking to basically reinvigorate, to the extent that it had gone away, but to sort of reintroduce it to the public, the idea that gay people are predators.
And the Harvey Weinstein thing is not very subtle. I mean, they even though I just looked it up, there's some photos of Trump and Harvey Weinstein standing next to each other. Same with Jeffrey Epstein. They're all, swimming in the same pool there. But this is a way to tag regular teachers, regular queer, trans, whatever, gay teachers in Florida with the tag of sexual predator, and it works nicely for the base that they want to cultivate.
Indeed. So keep your eye on this. Because this is where things are heading. This was 2004. It was a big driver of Republican voting. It's how George W. Bush got a lot of those religious fundamentalists who sat on the sideline in 2000, which is why he did not win the popular vote in 2000. And he got them reactivated by fighting gay marriage. They put gay marriage constitutional amendments, I think it was in 6 or 7 states around the country in 2004.
So when they say protect the children too, what they mean is protect the children from any outside view that is not my own about how they should be. Because children are not human beings that should be respected by their parents. No, they should be little vehicles of our own narcissism and fear about the rest of the world. And if they are not made in our exact image, then there's a huge problem, and we need to stifle that out in any way that we can.
I actually think when they're saying protect our children, they are the real message they're getting is that we're going to protect them from being indoctrinated and turned gay, and maybe even that's not in my image of what I want my child to be. I want my child to be a good straight Christian. I mean, that's what it is too. And then also, but that's how they assign morality to their position of trying to stifle their child's individuality, is that there's something really inherently wrong with it as well, or that they're being abused to end up turning out that way. That's what they don't want. They don't want their children to deviate from the norm. Of course not. But they also want to propagate the myth that one can be groomed into a gay lifestyle by your teacher.
Right.
And that is like the sort of archetype that they have developed, that the gay predator. This was they're pulling this one, forgive the pun, out of the closet and taking it out for a spin.
And you notice, like, of course, the attack on gay people is central, just like the attack on, like, say, non-white people is to the CRT stuff. But both of those issues, attacking public schools and disciplining teachers.
Yeah, it's a real I don't know, forfer.
I was about to say it's more than a twofer. And sorry, the final point too, stifling your child's like individuality and their sexuality and who they are as human beings. That's the real abuse. That's the real abuse.
Yes. And leaving them unprepared to like understand what is unwanted sexual advance is also preparing them for abuse.
Mm-hmm.
Right.